Yes. Make sure you log on to doggiediamondstv.com. That is my official website. On there, you will find my social media videos that you might not have saw before. You should just bookmark the site, man. Just bookmark the site on your URL browser. No, on your bookmark the URL on your, I said the URL browser. Just bookmark the site, man. Just bookmark the site. Listen, and have you heard about my $100 promo? If not, let me give you some details really quick. Hold on. You ready? You ready? First and foremost, the promotion will be done on Doggie Diamonds TV and the Interlude TV. That's the Insta stories, the YouTube community, the threads, the Facebook, the Twitter accounts. I can promote whatever you need. But as a reminder, this is for serious inquiries only. Must be Cash App ready. I can help you bring awareness to your products. Just contact me at Doggie Diamonds on Instagram. At Doggie Diamonds on Instagram. Just contact me. Yo, we get this promo rocking and rolling. And also, listen, man. Coach Kendaka is now accepting new clients. And this is for artists, podcasters, business owners, and content creators alike. The services include social media growth, brand clarity, organic supporter building, rollout strategy, product management, and monetization strategy. Just DM at Coach Kendaka on Instagram to book now. She's a part of a lot of stuff that you see out there. She definitely made that happen. So yeah, just check her out at Coach Kendaka on Instagram. Let's go. What's up, y'all? I see y'all. I didn't mean to come on so late, but I'm tired, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all. This is one of them days that I'm tired, but I didn't want to let this day go past without talking about this. I'm not gonna stay on here long, but I'm gonna just give y'all a little rundown real quick, because it's New York City is on fire right now. Literally, the streets of New York City is on fire. A lot of chit chatter going on. So, me being from the town, I wanted to give y'all some clarity of what's happening. Although other outlets talked about it, don't forget.
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yes. So, shout out to y'all in the chat room. We got EC, and in that green, that means they're a member. We got Bernadette Bernie in the building. Lucifer Morningstar 666. Hey, it is what it is. Tiger's in the building. MW 101 is in the building. Reggie T, I see you. The Emilio Egg Bar Show is in the building. Sticky Finger. What's going on? Nate Jackson, what's going on? Mega Bills, I see you. Shy Northside is in the building. Hot Bags is here too. DJ Rec and the Ill Robot. CEO Falcone is in the building. Chief Red Hair Brown Eyes is here too. I'm gonna need them likes to go up though. Don't forget to hit the like button. That's important. You see it on the screen. What the screen say? What it say? It says subscribe now. If you're new here and you didn't subscribe, Doggie Diamonds No Filter podcast, hit the like button. That's what it says. Brooklyn, I see you. Lo-Fi Machina, what's up? Tori and Howard Terry, what's going on? Yes, OTG Frank is in the building. It's gonna get wild, man. Hopefully, hopefully this don't get too wild, because you know the fuzz is watching. And I just don't want it to just get I don't know, man. I don't know. It ain't my politic, but I just gotta let y'all know what's going on. Hold on.
I'm sick. I'm sick of this shit. So I'm sick.
Yes,
I'm sick of
Jim
this
and I, what's up?
I'm sick of
Hayes
this.
Moxie is in the building.
Tiptoe. You need to tiptoe.
Yeet.
I'm sick. I'm
What's
sick
up?
of this shit. So schizo.
San Diego in the building.
You need to tiptoe. I'm sick.
Yes.
I'm sick of this shit. So schizo.
Yes, we here. Yo, the next time.
Next step on my foot.
The next
smart ass remark. Next spot I can't park.
The next
job denied.
Harlem
next
legend in the
fake ass
building.
Next bump on a walk past. I'm on a walk path. Doggie Diamonds did this.
What's up with y'all? I got the bro Harlem Legend in the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Harlem Legend TV. That is a comrade of mine from New York City. So me, you know, I like to have camaraderie with all the content creators from New York. Other places could do it. We could do it too. Chilltown Majors, I see you. So, damn. I don't know if y'all know what's going on, man. If you're not privy to the information, it got dark, man. It is dark on that IG right now. And it's going to transcend that IG. First of all, I want to say, shout out to my bro. Y'all know that's my brother before, you know, anything. Hocus for a Fifth with the drop your flag challenge. He's pushing that out there, and he's been getting a good response from it. And a lot of people been dying not to be a part of these street organizations. So he made it a space where people could talk about it and actually do it. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's a good idea. Although I'm not a part of any street organization, I am affiliated with a lot of people just from being from the neighborhood or just knowing them. So I understand why people join street organizations. A lot of people don't understand, but I understand. But I don't understand enough to me have done it. But I wasn't behind those walls. And, you know, that's a different politic. So Fat Joe went on Jim Joe's podcast. Now, this is what I was telling y'all before about some of the rappers who are becoming podcasters, because they're very, very critical of us, right? Over the years, they haven't understood some of the things that we be saying. They took a lot of issues with the stuff we've been saying over the years. So now they're sitting in this space. So everything that they say now, they feet gonna get held to the fire the way they was doing us. So Jim Jones has a podcast called Artist to Artist where he interviewed Fat Joe. Fat Joe did a dope thing, in my opinion, asking Jim Jones, who has been a representative of New York City with the Bloods. It's not. I'm not saying nothing that nobody don't know. It's, you know, everybody know it. Everybody see it. He asked Fat Joe asked Jim Jones about the drop your flag thing. And when he responded, I wasn't mad at Jim's response, but you got to understand, I'm not from that world. I can't say Jim Jones was right or wrong in his answer. I'm not from that world. I'm not a part of the street organization. So how Jim Jones answered, I didn't really see nothing wrong with it. But I am not privy to information that went on at the foundation of that or what went on during it or none of that. I don't know none of that. But it is a guy by the name of Mandu Warrior and Bad Vibes. Shout out to my homie Bad Vibes too. Two guys from Brooklyn who just didn't like what Jim Jones had to say. It got bad, man. Like, yo, it just went up, man. And I gotta show you, yo. For the record, Mandu is one of the first. Well, they have generations of everything, you know. Like I would be third generation in hip hop because it started with that generation, and then it had another generation. Then I would probably be third or fourth generation in hip hop. They have that with everything. So like with everything, the founders always going to look at what everybody do and how they carry it and feel how they feel. So if I may, I want to get into Mandu responding to Jim Jones' response about the Drop Your Flag challenge.
Bird gang bird,
The New
right?
York Sword.
Pigeon, park rat.
So what Jim Jones basically said prior to this was that Hocus didn't have to do it like that. We at a war right now. Mandu didn't like the fact that he said we at a war. Mandu was like, who is we? So go ahead.
Yeah, bird gang bird,
The New
right?
York Sword.
Pigeon, park rat. He talking shit, talking about the homie Focus didn't have to drop his flag to deliver the message because, and his reason for not dropping the flag because Damu at war. What war this motherfucker been in?
Goodness good. Yo, this get bad, man. Like, pardon the language. If you got children up, which they shouldn't be up, just pardon the language. I might not get monetized for this. This get bad, man.
What yard he been in? Huh? This motherfucker say he never even been to jail before. You know, the war where? What war you been in, homie? Because I ain't seen you on no battlefields, motherfucker. And Damu, you look real cute, sucker ass nigga. I challenge your ass. I'm going to give you a challenge. How about I'll bust your ass and then you drop your flag?
Mandu was upset Because Mandu was a part of an organization where they're going around to the children and the youth in the communities trying to get them to drop their flag and not be in these gangs. So Jim Jones being looked at as the poster boy for blood, when he says this on a big platform with Fat Joe, it kind of undermines the message that Mandu, Hocus, Trife Gangsta, Bad Vibes, so many people was trying to put out there. He pissed off. And I just want y'all to know, this is not no act with Mandu. Mandu was an OG from Brooklyn. And every time I ever seen him talk, he was just like this. This is not an act. Like, this is real talk. So for people in the comments who think it's funny and all that, this that energy. For real, for real. But go ahead.
Huh? How about I come to your block? I'm from Brooklyn, all right? I'll fight you right on Lenox Avenue, all right? Beat the shit out you, fuck your little ass around, and show you some wall shit, all right? And be careful how you respond, motherfucker. Be very, very mindful of how you respond. Because I'm coming to the block. I'll fight you on your block for free. We ain't got to do this for no money. We ain't got to do this for shit. And when I bust your ass and you lose your shit, you drop your motherfucking flag. You talking about you want to been in war? I want to see how much war you been in when you going against the warrior then. Bird ass nigga. You ain't on nobody line up. You ain't no big homie motherfucker. You ain't got no bitches. You ain't even got a star or a rim. You ain't got shit. You just there. You the fucking bag boy.
So Mandu is one of the first generations of the UBN of the Bloods in New York City. He's one of the first generation. So he's looking at Jim Jones and saying how he feel. Now, look at the screen. Look real good over the rundown logo. He said, you better be careful how you respond. Look what Jim Jones wrote. Who is this N-word? Who OG this is? Laugh out loud. This N-word dealing with a lot of trauma. I know his throat hurt from all this SMD he doing. I don't know if y'all know what SMD is. It ain't good. It's one thing you never say to a man unless you're ready to unalive him or get unalive. This is factual. That's why the artwork and the thumbnail is what it is. He Frank-stand him. You don't. Go ahead, Mandu.
All these niggas kept you around that long because you was paying out the ass, motherfucker, but you about to go broke. You ain't got no little homies around you. Every time I see you on motherfucking television, peeking and sneaking around, you ain't around no motherfucking body. Where the little bloods at? What wars you stopping? And you talking that war shit. Where was you at when the Billies was getting it on, huh? You wasn't nowhere around. You wasn't for no war in the yard, and you definitely wasn't for no war on the street. Stop fucking fronting like you bust your fucking guns like that. You don't let your nuts hang, bitch boy. You's a bird. Remember, you the capo of the bird gang, nigga. You's a pigeon. Fly, you son of a bitch. Stupid motherfucker sitting around here doing the devil's work. You and this bird motherfucker right.
So he basically like you sitting around doing the devil's work. And when he say the devil's work, he's meaning that a lot of them are in the street trying to stop the madness that they created. He Frank-stand them though. I don't know if y'all know that's Mandu, man. That's Mandu. And he's from the penal system. That when all of this started, he was there. He fought the Latin Kings. He fought the cops. And gave decades of their life. So they came out of that system trying to go to the streets and talk to the youth. So when Hocus, I'm going to say it again for people who might be slow, when Hocus came up with the Drop Your Flag Challenge, it was a good thing because it came where a lot of the youth can say, yo, I don't want to be a part of this. We have to understand with the Drop Your Flag Challenge. Shout out to my brother Hocus 4/5 with that, right? The thing with the Drop Your Flag Challenge is that I feel like in the street, a lot of people became a part of street organizations who didn't need to be. A lot of dudes was ass, and they joined something to be a part of something because they wanted to be down with something. So when it got thick and it got crazy, a lot of people was telling, a lot of people was doing stuff. So this gave people an out, in my opinion. It gave people an out. So it was a good thing to me. So when Fat Joe asked Jim about it, he said, dudes ain't gotta drop their flag because we in the war. That's what set Mandu off, because he like, what war are you in? What war have you been in for this nation? You were designer blood. You on TV. I was in the war when it was in the jails when it started. I was in the war with the police. I was in the war in the yards. You ain't been in the war in the yards. You never been in prison, and you never been on the streets at war with it. And he got a valid point in his opinion because he's one of the founders, and the founders are speaking now. And it ain't my politic, but it just got dark. And like I showed y'all, Jim Jones' response was, who is this N-word? Who OG this is? This N-word dealing with a lot of trauma. I know his throat hurt from all this SMD he's doing. That's crazy. That's crazy. So you're going to have people that's going to talk to Jim and get at him because he is a celebrity. People don't know. So we go to Big Dude from the Block because that's his page. Big Dude from the group home. He has 2 pages. Big Dude from the Block. This is the one where he originally went off on. So you can listen.
The flag down.
Check this shit.
What's
This says, this is a PSA to all the YNs in NY City who really out here bopping and popping in these streets, for real, and know what it is to get caught up in this gang lifestyle that leads straight to the cell or spot in hell. I want you in YNs to live a free and prosperous life. And if you want to actually live free and get on the path to success and prosperity, don't listen or jack nothing from old fools like Jim Jones. This nigga a bird for real, Fat Joe. Jim Jones, big to the bro. I see they talking in language, but he said, I hate old dumb niggas like Jim Jones. This is what y'all say about Jim anyway. But listen, this is what started it. This is what started it. Let's go.
your opinion on that?
Yeah, what's your opinion?
To each his own.
To each his own.
But I think it's a way to do everything. I think that the positive message that he's trying to push, he didn't have to drop his flag to do so. You heard? Like, we in a war right now.
What war, Jim?
Us being in a position and for the things that...
Hold the fuck, hold the fuck up. What war? This nigga said he in the war, okay? This nigga said he was in the war. The homie Hocus
That's where it went bad.
got to drop my flag.
That's where it went
going
bad.
on, right? And this bird mother...
That's where it went bad. He said he in the war. That's where it went bad. That's where it went bad. He said he in the war. So Mandu was like, what war? You in. Because we was in the war from the beginning of this. We put in a lot of pain, and the pain that we put in caused it to trickle out in the streets. Now we in the streets to try to clean it up, and you saying you don't got to drop your flag to push a positive message because we in the war. I don't have a side in this. I don't got a nickel in this quarter. But it got bad when you Frank stand somebody, and Mandu wasn't finished. He wasn't finished because he responded again, because it just get real bad. One of them I can't play. I ain't gonna hold you. I want y'all to check out his page too, because again, his name is Big Dude from BK. See that? Big Dude from BK. Follow him. I see my cousin following him, Wi-Fi Will and Hocus. Big Dude from BK. One of these I can't play. I'm going to try to play a little bit of it. It get bad. I'm going to try. I can't. It ain't enough I can't bleep enough, but it get bad. So I want you to go to his page, Big Do from BK. Shout out to my boy China Brim. China Brim couldn't believe what Jim Jones wrote, because everybody who know Mandu from the penal system to the streets is like, you told him to do what? Oh, good look at China.
Put that in the comment section.
Yo, hey, yo, Jomo the homo.
Yo.
Hey, Diddy's bitch.
Well, see, yo, it got bad, man. It got real bad when he said that to him.
I just read your motherfucking comment, you little faggot motherfucker.
All right, I can't do it, y'all. I can't do it. Y'all go check that out for yourself. Big dude from BK. I can't do it. Shout out to 050 the movement too. I can't even play it. It got bad, man. Like it got real bad. I can't play it. I can't even play what he said. It got bad. It's worse than that. What them little things he just said, it got bad. It went bad. I don't know why he told him to SMD. It got bad. We only got 400 people in the room too, because y'all at least hit the like button. Yo, it got dark. I'm talking about dark. And dude, like I said, for people who I know that's in the system now and that been in the system, they said he always on that type of time. And they said he always was on that type of time, mostly with the police. He always was fighting the fuzz. Shout out to the bro, Bad Vibes too. Shout out to Bad Vibes. Bad Vibes had a lot to say too. Damn, like it knows these is first generation people. This ain't, dudes who picked up a flag or dude who say this, that. These is people who really, as they say in their culture, paved the way. But yo, that big dude from Brooklyn, it got bad, man. And I think it might be one dude from Mandu that I could play that's not so out of control. I think he might have been a little bit more calm in this one. Let me try this one.
Yeah, this grand rising day. It's something that I want to say to the people, right? I want to speak to the people that I'm actually
That's his voice. He can't help it.
out here putting this work in for.
Go ahead.
I want to speak to the people that I'm actually out here fighting these demons. Okay? Because I know what these demons can do. I know what they do to the psyche. The Lord has put this prayer upon me. This prayer upon me for the demons that's possessing little Jimmy right now. I see the demon. I hear it. I know what a demon look like when I see one, but what it sounds like when I hear one. Jimmy has a legion of demons in him. And the demon that's possessing little Jimmy right now, Jomo the homo, that demon that that has possession of his full mind, body, and his soul, that he sold his soul for.
Damn.
That demon name is Yanog. Y-N-O-G. You put that together, that spells Yanog. The legion has many names. It goes by many names. And Yanog is the name of the demon that's possessing little Jimmy, little Jomo the homo. And I have a prayer for you to pray that demon up off of you, so you can stop spewing those wicked spells that you be casting in your lyrics. The demons that just be spewing out of the pits of hell, out of your portal, deep throat, tranny mouth.
God.
It's time to put Rolling Stone in front of that and shut that portal down so those demons can no longer infest our children. We don't want no Yanog demons upon our children, because you ain't putting no Yanog demons upon yours.
Damn. That remind me of my quote, Young Jeezy told your kids to trap or die and send his kids to college. That come from yours truly, right on this channel, but go ahead.
So we here to save ours. And this is the prayer I have for little Jimmy this morning. Lord, please lay your hands on him before I do.
God damn, well, no, don't do that. No.
Lord, I ask you to give me the spirit to quote 1 Corinthians 13:11. When I was a child, I talked as a child. I thought as a child. And I understood and reasoned as a child. When I became a man, I put childish things behind me. 1 Corinthians 13, verse 11. That's for you, little Jimmy. That's for you to pray the little homo on Jomo spirit out of you. The one that they put in you. Them tranny.
God
You
damn.
think we don't know that you motherfuckers gotta get in? They gotta trust you to keep their secrets. They gotta trust you to keep their secrets. And the only way they can trust you to keep their secrets, they get down in their club for you to come out here and be an agent to their demons, to spew their poison in the psyche of our children. You have to give up your Chomo the homo.
Oh, yo,
I know they got mad
I can't bleep enough. I can't bleep enough. All right, I gotta get off that. Yo, that shit he said was kind of deep. That was kind of deep. Damn. That guy, I told you, that got bad fast, man. That was some real in what he said. That was some real in what he said. That was some real in what he said. Lord, please place your hands on him before I do. Listen. Mandu, his name, let me tell you what his name is. His name is Mandu Warrior. That's his name, Mandu Warrior. Cuddy, if you in the room saying we too grown to be bleeping, you don't understand how this thing go. And one thing I can't stand about y'all niggas that don't understand is, and that lack understanding is y'all talk too much. Why do you talk so much if you don't understand? Why don't you ask, what are we on? You think he's allowed to say certain things on the platform we on? So if I get shut down and my thing go, how am I going to convey the message? So I'm bleeping by hand so I could be able to convey messages. So shut the hell up. I can say hell. Y'all talk too much sometimes. That's why y'all always looking at the sky on your back pockets for talking. So, going back to this. What he said from the beginning, for those who just came in the room, Mandu is angry. And again, I mean, it's our job as the older guys to stop the younger guys from following our footsteps of ignorance. Because when I was 15, you shut the hell up. Nah, don't worry about it, Cuddy, because you just got cut. Go play in your mama butt. See how that rap? It ain't a platform of opinions, not on minds. You don't have to have an opinion. Who cares about your opinion? Nobody pay you for your opinion. I get paid for mine, though, and you trying to stop my money. Do you know anything about terms of service? But anyway, fuck it. When I was 15, I was ignorant. When I was young, I was ignorant. I was wilding. You understand what I'm saying? And as I got a certain age, some of my comrades is in prison right now for the stuff that we did back then. Some of my comrades is not even alive anymore. When does it stop? When do we go from men, young men, to men? And that's what he said. That's the last thing he said. When do we go from little boys to men? So you got Mandu. I don't know how old Mandu is. He would strike me to be I'd probably give Du 60. He put in a lot of pain on the street. That's how you get incarcerated. In the penal system, that's why you in there. So a lot of these older guys are trying to right their wrongs. They did not understand that what they started in that prison system was going to spill out in these streets. So now what happens is that before the police get to the youth, they're trying to reach them. They feel like, from what I'm getting, they feel like what Jim Jones is doing and did is counterproductive to their mission. When Hocus says he's going to drop his flag and try to get people to drop his flag, and Jim Jones say, why you dropping your flag? We at war. One of the people who was really in the war is like, what you mean we? We ain't at no war. What war have you been in? So if the first generation dudes are not saying, no, everybody better stay in this gang, everybody better do this. If they saying, yo, this is a good idea, we support you. And I know a lot of the first generations dudes like Shockwell, Fort Greene. I'm talking about when I say first generation, I mean like it was only like 40 of them in the penal system. Now it's out of control, but it started with 40 of them taking on Latin Kings and taking on. So when the OGs is like, yo, hold on. If we don't got a problem with it, how you got a problem with it? And when that happens, this is what we get. It's not my politic when Jim Jones say we at a war. I'm not in that war. So it's not my politic to say, what war you talking? It's not, but Mandu could speak. Vibes could speak. Let me see if I could get Hoke on the phone right now. Hoke is 4/5, the founder of the Drop My Flag Challenge. And let me see if I could get Hoke to speak right now to what's going on, if I could, in real time, because he don't know I'm calling. I should have forewarned him that I'm calling, but I didn't. But let me see if I could get him on the phone in real time. His phone probably ringing like crazy because I just know what it is. Yeah, damn, I don't got S1 number? Yo? Please leave your message. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's probably out of control. If he called me back during the broadcast, I'll pick up. Now, this is the problem too, because y'all like to call Jim Jones the oldest YN. Many of you like to say he didn't grow up. He didn't grow. This is the effect of what you think. And he said you got a demon on you called your nog. I don't understand that y'all might not have understood what that meant. See, when I heard your nog, I was like, YNOG. That's what I took from it. I took that he was calling him the OG of the YNs. And I do want to say this though. I hope they could get a peaceful resolve. I do hope that they could get some mutuals to dead it, because I don't really want to see nobody get hurt. But at the same time, if he say, oh shit, you now could be, you not an OG. You right. You right, Sentinel York. You could. Let me tell you something. Like, y'all know I'm centered around the youth. I'm centered around children. I'm centered around how I carry it, you know, because even the children in my family watch me. So I have to be a certain way, right? Yo, one of the things, if you 40, if you 45, 50, 55, 60, one of the things that we like to say is the elders, the elders, the elders. Let me tell y'all something, man. We are the elders now. It's on us. We the elders now. So the narratives we put out there, the way that we carry ourselves, the youth is watching us. We the elders now. If you really, really think about it, your grandmoms, when you was little, your grandmoms might not have been 50-something. Your grandmoms might have been in her 40s, 30s or something like that for some of us. Thank you, Tim Mack, for always setting off that super chat. Some of us is older than 45. We the elders now. So it's the youth is in our hands now. We don't got no excuse. So when the little dudes is out there wilding and the little dudes is doing this, it's up to us to say, yo, y'all tripping. Because as for me, when I was out there, I didn't really want to hear nothing. But it was a different time, man. They got so much things to preoccupy their time. We didn't have the things that they got to preoccupy our time. We might have been living in the crib with one television, but we want to play the game. It's one TV. So we can't play the game unless everybody sleep or everybody out or whatever the case may be. It's one television. It's one VCR. Remember we used to take the VCR from room to room? These children now have a lot of things. And when I say children, that's the little ones, but even the middle-aged ones, they could go in the suit. Rock Fresh, I see you. Appreciate the super chat. They could go, they got studios in their crib. They got computers. They got gaming systems. They got all of this stuff to take them off the streets, and they still have all these means, and they want to use it and go on the streets with it. It don't make no sense. We was in the streets out of boredom. We was in the streets because some of our home life where we lived was so bad. Some of us grew up, we didn't even have nothing to eat in the crib. So we was outside catching the cable man, catching the pizza man, jumping out of cabs, hopping the trains for survival. These kids these kids be having on Jordans. I mean, respectfully, rarely do you see children or even the youth that's bummy, that's pissy, that got holes in their clothes. Now they buy their clothes with holes in it. I remember wearing hand-me-downs. I remember the only time I ate was in school. When I got home, it was no dinner. Try to get there early, maybe you could get breakfast. I remember free lunch in the summertime. I remember that. So when you got these rich rappers, these rich entertainers trying to perpetuate that, yo, we out here, yo, you go to a gated community, man. Like, I live in a gated community. I do. I walk around legal with that thing on me. I'm legal beagle. So I'm not going to be acting like I'm with the criminality and I got this and I got this and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, because I would be lying. That's why since y'all know me, what I say to y'all, yo, if you got a job, salute. I don't job shame nobody. I don't care where you work. I don't care if you work in Target, you work in Jack in the Box, you work in Dunkin' Donuts, you got a job and you supplying and you are doing for your family, salute to you. Whether you you a teleworker, I don't job shame nobody. Forget all this fake rich and all that, because everybody $100 away from being homeless. What does that mean? If they raise your rent or your mortgage and your money is fixed and it ain't coming in, you might have to move. That's just the reality. Everybody not doing good in certain times. Everybody been in a struggle in certain times. So I'm not going to shame nobody. That's why I get mad when dudes be like, oh, niggas is broke. Any of y'all could count your money, you broke. So when you see dudes, 40, 50, you broke, because really wealthy people cannot count their money. They got so much liquid and assets, they can't count it. They can't count it. So me coming from having a youth group, from taking the kids to Egypt on a Potomac, the Blacks and Whack Museum, Harriet Tubman House, instead of me getting high, drinking and smoking, I was in the community center with the kids every Friday. And I'm going to put out some of that footage because I found some of it. That's what I was doing, trying to stopping one of the biggest game wars in the hood at one point. That's what we trying to do, because we come from that. So when you see people who's perpetuating an image, the real gonna come out and say, ho, this ain't no commercial shit. We trying to really save lives. If everybody, children is out in the streets wilding, that's your kids too. Don't think your kid ain't wilding when they out of your eyesight, because I was one of them. My grandmother used to think we was right outside. Man, we was in Westchester digging pockets. One time I was all the way in Forest Hill, Queens. Do you know how far Forest Hills, Queens is from Brooklyn? There ain't even no trains going there. We walked like 20, 40 blocks trying to steal cars. This is a fact. So now we at the age we at. The fuck I look like still talking about? That's why I don't like coke rap. That's why I don't like a lot of this stuff, because it's like, yo, niggas be too old to perpetuate an image that you don't live, and you trying to make people believe that you amass the riches or the little material possession that you got for doing shit that's going to send them to jail or get them killed. And that's not right. You go in that booth, you a rapper. I don't like when niggas be like, I ain't no rapper, I'm a hustler. I don't respect hustlers, because hustlers hustle anything. I don't respect pimps. That's just the truth. I don't. I hustle anything. I bet you will. Hustle your own ass if you had to. And probably do. You'll hustle your mama, you'll hustle your sister, you'll hustle your kids. Many people have hustled their children. So I don't respect a lot. You got a job, you got a 9-to-5, salute to you. Enough of this stupid ass nigga shit, because that is the problem, this nigga mentality. Where we get this shit from? When do we grow up? We in the information age where we could just easily look something up. Oh, wow, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. Oh, nah, we ain't doing that. Then we cry about gentrification, but that was you that emptied them blunt guts on the ground. That was you who pissed in the elevator. That was you who spit. That was you who knocked all the windows out, who knocked all the lights out. So when them folks come in and say, oh, y'all don't like the way y'all fucking up where y'all live? Okay, so y'all don't need to live here. Time for y'all to move. We gonna clean it up and get your, man, ain't gentrifying this. When you had it, what did you do with it? So I don't want to hear none of that crying shit. I see right now, they took them out, they're in Chicago grabbing people. Well, shit. Don't you think it's time? They can't police themselves. 35, 40 people dying over the weekend. When does it stop? Because all we do is say, yo, damn, you seen that? 35 people got killed yesterday. That shit ain't normal. It's a fucking war zone. So when they go in there, because what y'all don't know, y'all want to say, no, but ICE is this. No, all of them is one. If you read books, and if you was learn, you will learn the government is one organization with different lettering. They're one organization. Don't think it's different people. Jersey Rick, salute to you. Yes, freedom is a priceless and it's a must. But ICE, you think there's something different? You think all them lettering groups are something different? And then you got dudes that's out here parading what street organization they a part of, and I'm this, and throwing up shit. And I'm like, yo, ain't they locking niggas the fuck up? This is the time where you're supposed to go underground. Let me tell you something, Incredible G's. Let me tell you something. The problem is, this is what Incredible G said. I'm not supposed to be reading this because you didn't put it in the super chat, and it's not fair for the people who do. But I'm going to read this really quick. The problem is they're not grabbing criminals. They're grabbing innocent people. Okay, that's what Incredible G said. Incredible G's, in your opinion, what makes them innocent? And I'm not saying they're not, but I'm just saying what makes them innocent? And how do you know who they're grabbing? Are you out there? You in Chicago? Incredible G's? Please respond as fast as you can. I know it's a little delay. But are you in Chicago, the Incredible G's? I don't like when y'all talk in the chat and then I ask y'all something and y'all don't respond, but y'all make statements. That old lady they grabbed wasn't doing nothing. You're in Philly talking about what's going on in Chicago based off of what you see on the news, right? Let me tell you the danger in that. For one thing, I'm not in Chicago, right? But what I do know, something is wrong out there. I don't know who's supposed to fix it. The people ain't fixing it amongst themselves. So when they come in, they don't look at nobody as being innocent. They always group us all in. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. They gonna grab everybody. There is no, I didn't do nothing. Yo, the time that I got locked up, I ain't do it. That time. I ain't say I ain't never do nothing. I ain't do it that time. I ain't do it that time. You understand what I'm saying? But the same people will be like, they didn't do nothing. So who the fuck killed 35 people? Who did it? That's normal? That's normal? So when they come in there and then they just start saying, yo, we grabbing everybody. We'll sort this out later on. We'll sort this out later on. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how it goes. Shit, I never was a part of certain things this dude was doing. If dudes is outside getting bent and drinking and smoking and the fuzz roll up and grab everybody, what I'm going to say, I don't smoke? Fuck you saying what these niggas for then? And I'm going to say, they're my friends. Some friends. That's how we got to start looking at it. If you outside with a bunch of wrongdoers, and I'm not saying the elderly woman, but if you outside with a bunch of wrongdoers, some friends you got to know how to pick them better. And one thing that we don't do, that we need to do, and this is the problem with certain platforms, is we in a time and space on social media, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, AKA X, Facebook, Threads, or whatever, yo, we need to shut up when it comes to certain shit. Because one thing that we do via our mouth, we're able to be pinpointed with our little trying to go viral moments and trying to do this. Because all they do is say, oh, okay, cool, this is how they think. Always trying to go viral, always trying to be in the conversation, not even knowing you're being watched. Shit start getting rough. You start getting followed home. That shit can happen to any of y'all. But you think being radical, you think just having a word in edgewise on their platforms. You just had to tweet. You just had to let it be known what you was a part of. You had to, who cares? You had to sit there and be like, but I just felt like, yo, who cares? When y'all gonna grow up? You think we really want to sit there and watch you? I'm looking like this. And it be children running around in the background. I don't like seeing that. Just me personally. So if somebody run in your crib and take your kids, y'all be like, oh, niggas is telling on me. No, you told on you. I didn't know what type of situation you was in. You told us. I didn't know where you live. You told us. Don't you know when you go outside and y'all love to say, we out here, we out here. Don't you know that people just look right in the back of you and look at landmarks? BP gas station, a Checkers, and a Starbucks. Let me just look it up. Oh, that nigga in motherfucking Cleveland. But we quick to be like, oh, niggas is no, you told on you. And every time we get on the camera, we shouldn't be acting like a goddamn ass. Grown-ass men with children, with babies, with the youth. And you just, look, what type of example are you setting? And that's why a lot of people are mad too, because it is people who made it out the ghetto, but think it's a badge of honor to say, I want to go back to the ghetto. I want to go back to the ghetto and exploit y'all, the fact that I can come out here when I feel like it, and I'm invited back to the hood. But I bust my ass to get out of here. Great place to visit, but you wouldn't want to live there. And then I'm going to come here. I'm going to stir up all types of shit. Y'all going to protect me. If anybody come through, y'all going to hold it down. Y'all going to risk your lives, risk your freedom, risk everything. And I'm going to go home to my gated community. And I might send you something, because look how many brothers right now are saying, yo, I did this for him and that in the street, and he didn't send me a package. He didn't send me no commissary. It's too many of those stories more than anything. I ain't no crash. Nigga can't call me and say, yo, they did this to me. Hey, my nigga, call the cops. Y'all niggas gonna fuck with the cops anyway. Yeah, we out here. I could come back to my hood. I could come back. I'm invited to my hood. To do what if you're not out there showing them something better to get out of it like you? What's the point? Jersey Rick said gentrification equals to legal jobs and employment. So that's the problem that we having right now, man. We got to start frowning upon a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that's looked at as cool. That shit ain't cool, man. It ain't cool. It has not, listen. Einstein said, doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, is called insanity. And what I see is a bunch of people that are insane doing the same shit, passing down shit, and they think breaking generational curses is, I got money, I'm the first millionaire in my family. Yeah, but you ain't right upstairs, so you're gonna blow it. Because see, getting money is easy. Keeping it, sustaining it, and passing it along is different. But we worried about money, but we pass mental illness, we pass deviance, we pass anger, and we pass the lack of knowledge on too. That's the biggest generational curse. But we think getting money, I'm gonna be the first one in my family. So what? So what? We don't learn credit. You see, people, credit don't matter, says the dumbass. We don't get taught credit. We don't get taught nothing. And none of these people with these podcasts give the information for us to get out of it. Not me, but for y'all that need information, for people who made it, who sat down in some of these spaces that you're trying to get in, who sat down with these record execs, who sat down with sponsors, who sat down with booking agents, who sat down with arena people who run the arenas and all that, who they don't talk about. Now they're starting to sit around and play grab ass with each other and tell old stories about how they wasn't friends and we're friends now. How does that help you? That's why I don't like a lot of rapper podcasts, because what information are you getting? What information are you getting that's going to help you? Because all they doing is playing grab ass. Remember that time I didn't like you you remember that time I didn't like you and we walked past each other in the bathroom? Yeah, that was bugged out. Why do we need to know that? Why do we need to know that? Where's the curriculum for the youth, man? We really got little ones out here, man. And you know what's funny? Let me tell you something. This is deep, because I could hold y'all all night, but it's past a certain hour. Shout out to everybody who in the room. Let me tell you what's deep. This is the saddest shit. This is the saddest shit. If nothing I ever said tonight bothered you, this is the problem. These people do right by their children. They make sure their children eat the best food, go to the greatest schools, got nannies, tutors, football program, gymnastics, cheerleading, the flyest clothes, cars to get to and fro school, will not let their children join any street organization or anything. Their children got passports. Their children go on vacation. Their children live the best of lives, and their children live a great life off of selling misery to your children. Jersey Rick said we get money and pass on Gucci and Prada. You're right. They make their riches off of selling misery to you and your children. And make sure they children get the finest. Because like Mandu said, you don't want your kids to be a part of this shit. Because we call people who have their children repeat their same mistakes, we call them failures. We call them failures. They children get the best. Some of their children never saw a roach. Some of their children never saw a sidewalk. They might have a friend that's a friend of their family, of their father or mother's friend, back somewhere. And their friend might be somewhere eating ramen noodles or something like that. They might be somewhere eating some real poor man food. And they never had that shit before. They like, what is that? They can't wait to eat ramen noodles. They can't wait to say, oh shit, a Slim Jim. Some of these kids got chefs in their house. So this is the issue that I have with it. It take a village. And if we gonna rise as a people, we ain't gonna rise no higher than the children and the women. And the women, that's a whole nother show. And I equally blame the women as much as I blame the men, because a lot of these dudes be bitch ass niggas who was raised by a single woman, so they start acting like them. And there's too many bitch dudes who just lack manhood. That's why they so bothered by me, because I just, you could just see the man in me. It said Jim Jones sagging pants at 50 is out of pocket. Father Nancy, I didn't want to say that. I'm glad you said that. Thank you. When they see men that's not overly aggressive, that's not, into the rah-rah, I'm not a part of this, I don't have to do that. But when they see you speak so freely and so strong, and you're not worried about, he burning the bridge and he did this. These niggas be like, oh, look what he said. He's angry. He's mad. Let me tell you something. When you see what I see, saw what I saw, come from where I come from, and you know the conditions of our people, and know that due to the lack of knowledge and due to people not speaking up to shit, that's why we like that. How dare you sit before people shimming and grinning and acting like everything is all good? You're supposed to come before the people a little angry, not angry at the people, angry at the system. Anytime I got on the screen, I always was barking on the system. I've been talking about Puff since 2015, and niggas was saying, but he getting to the bag though. Oh, you just mad because he ain't taking none of your beats. You just mad because... Shot Northside said, I'm born and raised in Chicago. Brown and black neighborhoods will always say Chicago never gave us police support to gentrify. White folk move in, police everywhere. I call BS because I was here the whole time. Listen, look how he talk about the legends. How the fuck is a nigga a legend because he a rapper? How you You a legend because you're a rapper. You ain't a legend in the community. You ain't a legend because you took in 15, 20 kids and put them through college. You put your kids through college, but you was out here saying what you was saying you're doing. He talking about a legend because I say I don't like somebody rap. That's a legend. A rapper is a legend. A rapper is a legend. He's a legend at rap. But as a man, a lot of them fail. And a lot of them fail their community. It just so happens we like the music. But how dare you say, because I said something about somebody, they don't talk about a legend. A rapper is a legend? As a man in the hood that set up some type of foundation for children? No. It ain't too many of them that did that. So they're not legends to me. They're rappers. Rappers, that's it. And you talking about a legend. It sound like niggas who don't got no father. Sound like niggas who be looking for a big brother. Sound like niggas who always looking for a cosign, looking for a like under your post. He posted me. He said something about me. Niggas talking about me since I was 15. And I call them out. I don't care. You a clown. You a bozo. You did this. And this is going to affect us like this or like that. So all this fucking, they're a legend. Because he wrote a rap or a fucking song or did a beat. He's a legend. He's a legendary rapper. Some of these niggas y'all call legends failed their own kids. So how you looking up to them? Some of these rappers that you idolize failed their own family and their own children, and you talking about, he's a legend. Don't talk about a legend. Legendary rapper. Legendary producer. Not somebody who I wanted to be like as a man. I might have wanted to been like them in entertainment, but as a man growing up into manhood, I ain't want to be like them. Ain't none of these niggas my big bro. They're a big bro in music. But me saying somebody is my big bro is disrespectful to my big brother who's now deceased. It's disrespectful to Tad. It's disrespectful to all my family to call some rapper my big bro or a nigga on Twitter or Instagram because he liked my post so I could call him, yeah, big bro. You don't know that nigga. Niggas be calling niggas big bro that they never even been in the room with. That's these new niggas. I don't come from that. I don't come from that. You talking about a legend. He said he don't like the Legend album. How could you talk about the Legend? Because this shit is whack. That's how we get better. That's how we improve. If you painting something and nobody wants to buy your painting, obviously it's not good. Just so happen that I have the heart to say, shit weak. Shit weak. But back to the topic at hand. What we need to do is, if we could, increase the peace. That's why I'm not in the comments perpetuating nothing. But I understand Mandu's point, bad vibes. I'm in close contact with with vibes as well. Them dudes spent a lot of time behind that wall, man. And they was really fighting oppression. And one of the biggest regrets that they have, speaking to a lot of them, is that it spilt over in the streets the way it did. And I'm going to be honest with you, not defending them. A lot of them didn't know that it was going to go in the streets the way it did. They didn't know. A lot of them was in solitary confinement. A lot of them did a lot of box time. Box time is when you locked up 23 hours a day. You might get an hour out for rec. Maybe not. Sliding your food through a damn door. A lot of them was in there fighting the police, fighting oppression from the cops. A lot of them was in there trying to get certain jails shut down. A lot of them was in there for a lot of shit that was going on, because this is the cloth of George Jackson, Jonathan Jackson, rest in peace, and all them people, Soledad brothers, a lot of them come from that. So as we not understanding, saying gangs are stupid, because I see a lot of people saying that. And that's really, really not right to say, because unless you come from that, and unless you, look, Chicago side said at the same time, a lot of gangs started with good intentions. Exactly. Thank you for saying that, Chicago side. A lot of people was raised in broken families, broken homes. A lot of dudes, a lot of women never heard nobody tell them they love them before. So when you have somebody say, yo, I love you, bro, I'll do anything for you, huh? That lack of love, that lack of empathy, like, yo, you really my brother. So a lot of stuff started with brotherhood. But anything that starts off good can easily be corrupted by people who don't have good intentions in it. Because one thing that I notice about us, and this is everybody, but specifically us, when we get a little power, we forget the responsibility that come with power. When we get a little notoriety, when we get a little fame, when we get a few clicks, when we get a few likes, when we get a few views, we forget the responsibility that come with that now, because now you got the eyes and the ears of many. You got to carry it a certain way. We forget that. You think you could still be the same person. So when we look at certain people and be like, yo, he changed. Ain't you supposed to? If you buy a plant, and unless it's a little bonsai plant or something, ain't the plant supposed to grow? Doesn't that mean that you're watering the plant? Are we supposed to grow? Our hands was once this big. We once couldn't walk. Now you walking upright. Now you got big grown-ass man hands and all that. Isn't that the point? To grow mentally, physically, spiritually, to age? Isn't that the point? So again, that's another thing. New old ass ain't the point of living to be old? Why do you diss somebody for getting old? For aging? Ain't you supposed to age? That's why a lot of people have issues with Jim too. Because they feel like he doesn't do age appropriate shit. My only thing is, he doesn't influence me. I can see how he could influence others, because people fall for shiny shit. So when you see a nigga with a chain on, see a nigga with a ring, see a nigga with a car, see a nigga with all these things, that's all you see. That's the glamour of life. That's the glamour of it. That's the thing that they want to attract you to the most. And when we think that that's the reward of certain behaviors, we don't mind that behaviors. We don't mind that behavior. Why you keep typing, you talking about Jeff Fort and Larry Hoover respectfully? The fuck are you talking about? I ain't say nothing about no Jeff Fort or Larry Hoover. Not a damn thing. Nothing. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know why you keep typing that. You typed that like 3 times. Don't type it again. What are you talking about? You act like Larry Hoover is out here speaking every day. Larry Hoover was in the harshest conditions for over 30, 40 years. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? So that's I'm telling you, y'all gonna see why I go off sometimes, because it be people like that who try to derail what we be talking about, derail the comments and spew bullshit that don't got nothing to do with nothing. It just really don't. They be at a baseball game talking about touchdown. Anyway, I want to say one thing too. I do want to shout Jim Jones out. I did see a lot of growth in Jim Jones over the years, where he's not as hot-headed as he used to be. Maybe, and I'm not justifying it because it's still wrong, he Frank Stan Mandu. A lot of dudes, when you feel like you got to show face sometimes, you do and say shit and you write checks that your ass can't cash. I'm just being real with you. If you notice in the comments section, or well, whether you're on Facebook, think about this. You on Facebook, you on IG, you can have your own family talk to you in a way that you like, yo, the fucking nigga, I'll come to your crib and slap you. I'll slap you. But on social media, nobody wants to get punked. Sometimes it's just good not to say nothing. When you don't got no response, you can't get punked. You didn't say good or bad. Act like you didn't see it, the way you don't support your people's shit. You know how when your people post shit and you scroll right past their progress and you mad because you're not included, or you mad because they might be advancing in some stuff? Why don't you just carry it like that? But you gotta respond. And you're gonna say some shit that's gonna get you fucked up. It happens to the best of them. Why you think when I say certain things about people, they don't respond? Because they know they will get fucked up. They can front for y'all. They can front for the internet, and it's cool. And I ain't on no bully shit. I just be telling the truth. And sometimes I say things, and you be like, yo, he must be talking about. They know who I'm talking about. They know exactly who I be talking about. Right? They know exactly what I be talking about. Why you think they don't respond? Because we could play what we play on the internet. They know, though, when we go outside, it get real spooky and dark. You understand what I'm saying? And he made a mistake by telling somebody, yo, do you know what they used to? I heard stories of what they used to do to niggas in jail for Frank Stan. Like that. Let me tell you something. I'm a New Yorker, right? Brooklyn. I ain't even know New York. I'm a Brooklyn dude. Yo, if you tell somebody the SMD, that's it. I seen people get their shit pushed in. I seen people get knocked out. It got so bad. It got so bad that, remember what? That stopped. That stopped that. Because you used to say, yo, you inviting me to your meet? Right? That happened. That started happening. So all that stung, all that these nuts and all that, yo, it started getting bad. Dudes just left that alone. So even at this day and time, when we see people say something and niggas be like, pause, you know, certain people don't play that. You say something, be like, yo, let me get all the chicken wings fried hard. And niggas be like, hey, yo, pause. There be some niggas like, yo, I don't play that. A nigga dead ass serious. Y'all play that AO pause and all these meat games and all that. Some people just don't play that. They not pausing nothing. They not doing none of that. They not doing, yo, I said what I said, and you know I'm not that. So if you thinking like that and you putting that on me, I'ma whip your ass. And that's how certain people give it up. Like, yo, I ain't playing none of that. Even I had to check myself. Saying stuff, falling victim to the comments, falling victim to the internet, saying, yo, pause. Fuck, I'm a Brooklyn nigga. We don't say pause. We don't say that. If you thinking like a moot, over something that I said, that's a reflection of you. Now, if I do say something like, yo, I'm trying to eat 3 francs to the face, you're like, yo, nah, you got to just rephrase that. But it just went too far, man, to where we can't even have dialogue no more, to where we can't even have grown up dialogue. And I've been a victim of it too, of just, and then I've been somebody pushing that line too, just pause, like, yo, come on, man. Now we just gotta have a fucking conversation. So now I don't even be, unless I say something that's flagrant, I ain't saying pause, man, because that's just not a game that I come from playing, and I might have got too internet with that. Just got too internet. So for the people who's watching and you wondering why I did this artwork of him throwing the Frank, that's why I did that. That shit look just like him too. I'll be wilding on the artwork. I ain't gonna front. And also too, that caption on there, Frank to the comment section, that's a shout out to the bro, 050 China Brim, who go crazy on his channel and who go crazy on IG. 050 China Brim is out of control. It got so bad with me with the pause, I started saying pause to women and making women say pause. Like nah, I'm like, yo, nah, I gotta grow up, man. I'm too old to be or little ass nigga saying pause. I gotta grow up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta grow up. But shout out to Harlem Legend who checked in. Shout out to 050, the movement. Shout out to my brother, my comrade, Brooklyn brother, Big Fruit, the Big Fruit podcast. Shout out to Bad Vibes. Shout out to Mandu. Shout out to Hocus 4/5. I'm going to shout out Jim Jones. Hopefully they could come to a better understanding, and Jim know better than to do certain things. And you know certain things is fighting words and shooting words and violent words. He know that, but I just think Jim just trying to save face, because every time Jim turn around, somebody trying to punk him. And I think that causes a lot too, when people always trying to test your gangster. And I think, and this is a word to Jim Jones, I think your loyalty to Cameron and your mind state that, yo, we got to wild out, we got to do this, we got to have an image so people don't fuck with Cam, people holding you to that now based off of what you did before and how you might have carried it before, and a lot of people didn't forgive you. People might not have forgive you for how you carried it before, and they still taking it out on you today. I kind of get that. So you're going to have people who pick on you, and it always seems like people just going at Jim. So it's just sometimes he just might just be tired. You know what I'm saying? Like I get tagged in a lot of stuff. I had somebody, you should see some of my DMs, just out of control. Just some people just feel like they just got to DM you and just say certain things so you take time out of their day. I think they have mental illness. So I understand all sides. I understand how some people be sick and tired and they just say certain things, but it's just certain things you don't say to certain people. It's certain things that you shouldn't say to nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind a good fight though. They call it a 31. That's their gang. That's their thing. I don't mind that though. Ain't nothing like we used to call them freebies back in the days. Oh, we get to see we get to see a free fight. Shout out to my brother Jojo Capone too. They're like, yo, man, a lot of people, man. Shout out to Welcome Home to Mel Matrix. You know, yo, we really just have to be mindful of how we treat each other and talk to each other as men, because everybody not playing. Everybody not playing. We all got entourages. Some of us got a couple of dollars, but one thing that I never wanted to do one thing that I never was into is getting somebody else harmed behind some shit I did and said on the internet. That's why I roll for Dolo. That's why I do what I do, and I don't call nobody and none of that. I handle what I gotta handle. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy for me to put out energy and say certain things and be like this and know that I'm going home to a gated community and my bros is still out on the street doing this, that, and the third. So that's why I'm so big. That's why I'm so big on helping people, because I don't want to see none of my people on the street. I don't want to see none of my people that's in the hood. Although some people like the hood, some people don't like to follow instruction, and then you have to be careful because some people will come around you and fuck your shit up. You know what I'm saying? Just because they got a self-hatred thing. So I always tell you, when people can't share your success, they don't like to have you either. And sometimes people don't know how to know they role. They just think you or want to be like you, or you could have a nigga living in your crib and he trying to tell you how he better than you, living with you. How he did this before you, how he got this before you, living with you. That's real life shit. So it's very, very difficult. It's very, very tricky when we dealing with people who lack the knowledge and the discipline and the emotional intelligence to know when to shut the fuck up. And you don't even got to be punking people sometimes. You don't even got to be talking to people a certain way. Just a lot of dudes is hurting, man. A lot of men are hurting and they don't know how to get it out because they was raised by their mama. So a lot of them act like bitches. I'm just being real. A lot of dudes is very, very effeminate. They act like women. So I'm not arguing with nobody, because after I argue after a little while, I'm gonna want to put blood in your mouth. So I just won't speak to a nigga no more. Know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, nah, me and him just can't even have dialogue because niggas be too argumentative and want to argue everything. If I say, yo, this is blue over here and this is red over here, nigga want to say my perspective is, yo, it ain't about your perspective. This is my show. I had people try to tell me what I should do with my business and how I should carry myself to earn my bread. And they never did it before. But that's where we at right now, where niggas do a lot of talking. See, me, I don't listen. I'm stubborn. Anybody tell you, I don't listen to nobody. I don't listen to advice. Yo, you should do it. I don't listen because I'm willing to live and die with my decisions. I don't blame nobody. You never heard me get up here and say, my father died, my mother. I don't make no excuses for any shortcomings. I don't. I never did DTF radio with MREC. I did DTF radio with me. Rec was never there. He showed up 3 times. We're going to be honest. Let's have honest conversation. I was doing DTF radio every Wednesday for 6 years. He showed up 3 times. So please don't even mention him with me no more. We have nothing in common. What we did was I stopped fucking with him in 2015. We're going to have honest conversation. We're going to have honest conversation. I'm Doggie Diamonds. What we did was Forbes. That's no longer. And everything you see with Forbes that's classic, that everybody's regurgitating and reposting right now, that was always me. What he doing, do what he doing. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm me. I'm my own man. I don't got no father. I don't got none of that shit. But I don't make excuses. Y'all watch me lose money for 6 months. Still come back like ain't nothing happened. Just is what it is. I never made an excuse for why I didn't achieve something. But it don't, listen. Strobe light, I'm just going to ask you to chill. That's all I want you to do. Because you saluting, but you also spitting fallacies at the same time. That's just the truth. So I got to correct that. Don't tell me it sound personal, because I know y'all run back and say, he said this, and the nigga ain't going to do nothing. That's what I'm saying. Nigga ain't going to do nothing. I'm talking the truth. So y'all could go back and tell whoever, anything I say, please go back and tell them. Please. They ain't going to do nothing. They ain't going to say nothing. Like I said, when we go out there, it's a whole different world. And a lot of people play what they play on the internet. When we go outside, it's a little different. That's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway. Iceberg, you said it. I ain't say it. But at the end of the day, man, I'm Doggie Diamonds. Again, I'm self-taught. I do all of this myself. Ain't no nigga teach me how to do no graphics, how to film no videos, how to do no beats, how to do nothing. It's all self-taught. Just a little bit of dedication, pulling some of y'all energy, just y'all telling me to go and all that shit. And that's it, man. So on that note, man, I'm out. Until next time, I'm Doggie Diamonds. I'm gonna get up with bad vibes and speak the vibes too. But again, let me. Shout out. Strobe light. Now you suck a dick. So if you know me from DTF, you know that you never played with me or nobody around me played with me. You know that. How I carried it when you see me at DTF, since you want to talk. How I carried it. Because you see me by myself. You telling me about another person, you never saw them with me. How I carried it when you saw me. You ain't see me outside a lot? Was I by myself? How I carried it? Grow these nuts up in your mother mouth. How I carried it. Since you want to talk, this ignorance and all that. I don't care, nigga. Shut up. You see me do something, say something. How I carried it. You talk about me with another man you ain't never seen me with. But you saw me, right? How I carried it. How I carried it. By myself. Everywhere all over Brooklyn. Everywhere all over New York City. By myself. Don't put me with no bitch, nigga. Ever. I told you to chill and you just keep going. Put me with no suckers. I never would. Listen. I seen you in DTF. So how was I when you saw me? I bet you I ain't welcome you with open arms. I probably was like, who this nigga? I got shit to do. Till next. It ain't between me and nobody. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you what it is. I'm just keeping it real. Please stop putting me with these niggas. That's not my caliber of man. I don't even be with these niggas. I ain't even spoke to some of these niggas in 5-6 years. I'm me. I don't be putting y'all with your ugly ass first baby mother. Now that some of y'all get a couple of dollars, you start saying, yo, I only fuck with baddies. What about your first baby mother? My man Face is in the building. That's my brother right there. For real, for real. Come to the crib. Oh, Face was another dude that I allowed to touch my SB 1200 too. I told y'all I never let nobody anything. Seriously. Anyway. Let me go. Until next time. Face. I'm going to hit you on I think I still got your number. My number changed. So I'm gonna call you because I need to talk to you about something. Face is a dope producer too. But yo, until next time, I'm out.